what age for daughters specifically, not sons, but daughters. What age for daughters? Um, Trying to see how to word this question. Basically, for y'all to stay out their business, stay out their phone, stay out their social media.
I don't
There's no
think.
age.
I don't
Listen.
think with my. I don't think. I mean, like I even told my child,
Yeah.
the standard age I guess a parent expect for their child to be at the house is like between 18 and 24. I guess it's college years.
hmm
But I actually want my daughter to stay until I feel like a man knocks at my door and feel like they can take care of my child.
Okay. I
Stay
like
at
that.
home with me, get your finances together. By the time you leave my house, have 100K in savings,
Yep.
whatever degree you want, whatever business you decide to start. It's no rush.
Yep. We back again with another episode of the Straight to It podcast. Look, make sure y'all hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. And if you don't hit that notification bell, it's no way you gonna know when I drop a video. Look, we got two special guests in the building. Tyisha and Jamie. How y'all doing today?
Doing great. How are you?
Tyisha, aka Snooty, right? Okay, we're gonna start with it.
What kind of
He went
background
there.
check you
He
doing?
went straight there.
I appreciate y'all coming. Look, this is my first time having two guests, so this is a little, I get, two women in the building. So introduce yourself. Tell everybody who y'all are.
Okay. Well, I'm Jamie Musgrove. Originally from St. Louis, Missouri. I've been here in Memphis a little while. I'm married to my husband, Edward Musgrove. We run a financial services office where we educate families on how to make and save money through life insurance.
Yeah.
Have 3 children, Brian, Kayla, and Ashton.
Okay. Which is one that, just went to the state basketball, right?
He did.
My girl's like candy, a candy queen. She knocks me high up off my feet. She's so fine.
Okay. Yeah. I'm into
That's
sports,
it.
so we're going to definitely have to get into
He
that.
did go. He did. They did great. They made it to the second round. They got put out.
Yeah. Yep.
I am Tyisha Jackson. I have 2 kids, a bonus baby. I'm married to Lonnie Jackson. I run a tech service.
What's up, y'all? It's Big Carbon, and I'm in Success, Texas with my girl, Michelle. Let her file y'all taxes for this tax season and get y'all all y'all money back that y'all deserve, period.
And that's on Success.
On Success.
Okay.
Total Tech Solutions.
All right. It's nice to meet y'all. Well, I already know Tyisha, and we met, once before. And y'all met through your business, right?
We did. We connected through another business partner of mine and introduced me to Tyisha, and we just clicked initially. People a lot are apprehensive in life about meeting new friends, connecting with new people, but when you come across genuine people,
Yeah.
it just works. I like how she is with her children, with her family. She's a family person and a businesswoman, so that's definitely somebody that I wanted to stay connected with.
Okay.
I don't like this FBI. You did. You look like this FBI research.
Nah, I ain't do no.
He's doing his job. Look, Milton.
I ain't do no FBI research. So, I just want to get to know y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Straight to it. Then.
Yeah, we straight to it. That's the only way to get. Look, y'all both business women. Starting a business, especially being a young, attractive woman. It can be difficult. It's hard to be taken serious.
Mm-hmm.
Have y'all experienced that with, someone having a agenda when trying to do business and be serious, but they want to kind of try to slide their number, getting y'all DM type, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all
So you
experienced
talking
it?
about like male interaction?
Male interactions, yeah.
I can't say. I think that comes with you open that door. I think somebody will slide in it. So I think if you conduct yourself like a businesswoman, people know who to play with. I think.
Yeah.
So I don't think I've ever had that issue. And plus, my husband always on bodyguard alert. We work together. So
Yeah.
I think people are a little bit intimidated by that. But
Yeah.
I haven't personally.
Yeah, my sentiments exactly. I haven't either. Like my husband and I, we run a business alongside each other. We've been in business over 10 years now. So, when they see me, they see him. So there's definitely not an open door for any type of interaction, numbers, DMs, or anything like that, because it's very clear.
Okay. And speaking of doing business, because y'all both married and both of y'all are involved with y'all husbands, has that become difficult? Like, has it ever affected y'all marriage or relationship doing business with y'all counterpartner?
For most people, I think it seemed like that would be weird, but for us, it works.
Yeah.
It really does. Like, we get up at the same time.
Mm.
He'll like, I'm more proactive. He more reactive. But like I said, that's where the balance draw.
Yeah.
And it works for us, but it hasn't interfered with the relationship.
Okay.
In most relationships, you're working together. The typical household, the husband goes to his job, the wife goes to his job. So there's a lot of hours in a day and the years that they're not around each other, right? So when you kind of work with your spouse, it alleviates the disputes that you would have, so to speak, because you got to get over things fast, especially, hey, we got to get back to making income. We can't let a problem linger too long because now it's affecting our money.
Yeah.
Right. So, you married to someone, you go to your job, she goes to her job. It's not affecting anyone's money. You don't have to speak.
Exactly.
You running a business together. No, there has to be an open line of communication at all times.
Okay.
Right.
And before I get into how y'all met y'all husbands, even though I'm not saying no names, one of y'all was called that as a stalker. I'm not gonna say who it was. Somebody stalked that dude, but we gonna get into that. But look, we gonna definitely. I ain't making no. Hey, I'm just telling you what I heard.
It's definitely the one whose name began with a T.
Okay. But before we get into that, we gonna talk about one of the main reasons y'all heard. We promoting y'all new podcast.
Correct.
Clean. Gravy while you floss on me. Mr. Clean. Pull up with my whole damn team. Mr. Clean. Mr. Clean. Mr. Clean. Mr. Clean. Gravy, he be clean like Windex. Just hit your mind with my index. And your bitch look like a pinhead. All my haters, they be skinheads. Pissed off cause they wife is their sister.
Let's start with the name of it. Let's tell everybody what it's about.
Okay, so it's called F That Podcast. It's actually, we was brainstorming the name for a good little minute, and I think we just wanted to focus on the things that we love and what we cherish: family, finance, future. A lot of the F's is the things that we do anyway.
Yeah.
So I just feel like it's just straight to it, kind of.
Okay. All right.
Yep. Adding in faith, things like that, friends, food, of course. So that's what it's going to be centered around. Every segment will be about something. So everything we love in our life, if you really think about it, falls under F. You think about everything that you love in your life. What can it fall under? Your faith, your family, your friends, your finances, food. Everything that you love is F. So that's where I kind of came from, F that. So it's not to be vulgar or anything, but that's what it is, kind of the catch to it. F that. So yeah.
So y'all met like what, 9-10 months ago. Y'all only been friends a short period of time.
It's like forever.
Why Tyisha and why Jamie? Like, why choose each other for this podcast? What was it about each other that said, I can do this with you? And
Well, this was just like a short while ago. We was just on a plane because this is what we do. We like to travel, and we sit beside each other. And Jamie was always, she was more, I think, I want to do a podcast. Yeah. But people have always told me prior to meeting Jamie that I should do a podcast. So as soon as she said that, it was just like an automatic go. Like, as soon as we got back, it was like, what do we need to do to get started? Like, no chaser. So.
Okay. Yeah, I'm excited. I've been hearing about it. I saw your setup on Facebook. I shared it, of course. I try to, support, which is a topic we're going to definitely touch on. But I'm excited for it. It look real nice. Y'all setup look real dope. I'm trying.
24 hours.
So
that was 24 hours?
Yeah.
Literally.
Wow.
But just to kind of piggyback on what she said and what you asked, why each other? I feel like we have a lot of things in common as far as being business women, as far as being fashionistas, momtrepreneurs. I like to coin the phrase momtrepreneurs. We have a lot in common. Like, she'll say one thing and we send each other things. Even our house decor, that we've had, it's like, wow, it's eerie how much we have in common. So I feel like we have a good relationship. We have a good connection. So when you comes to working with someone and even getting into business with people, that foundation has to be there.
Yeah,
I'm definitely not working with anyone that drags their feet, that slacks. I have a sense of urgency. She has more of a sense of urgency than me. Yeah. So it works out.
It works out. So that's one of the things. I don't want to take over, but that was one of the things about friends when what comes in play. Like, don't get intimidated by your friend. You
Mhm.
know, we could be alike
Yeah.
and still be friends. It's okay.
Exactly.
So we can
Yeah.
like the same stuff, the same clothes. Sometimes we be like, don't post it because they gonna think you got on my outfit. But
Yeah.
honestly, we just got a lot of the same clothes,
Similar, yeah.
same shoes, and you know, it's just it's working. And I'm loving the friendship because it feels so genuine. It's not a friendship. You know, I feel like when it's like something like pulling teeth, it's just not working.
Yeah.
Friendship
And I-
should be fun. Calling you 7, 8 in the morning with
Yeah.
ideas. We bouncing off each other's brains. Just a constant.
Yeah, I get that from y'all. Just sitting here talking to both of y'all, I can tell like y'all real close, and I like y'all friendship. You know, a lot of people ask me about starting a podcast. Like, how difficult is it, and what's the most difficult part, and what all you need. But y'all don't realize, but y'all done overcame the hardest part, which is finding a co-host.
Okay.
Like, that's my most difficult part. Like
Right.
the equipment, the editing, all that you'll learn. You know,
Uh-huh.
but trying to find somebody who you can bounce off of, just kind of, it's hard to find. And I'm still in a search of that.
Like
I
just that
started-
chemistry is what
the
you
chemistry,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. So yeah, I like that. Let's talk about y'all partners / husbands, business partners / husbands. How you meet your husband?
I met Lonnie in a weird way. Wasn't looking for him, but he just kind of appeared in my life.
Don't give us that. Hold on. Don't give us that interview answer. Come on now, look.
Okay.
Just come on. We need to know exactly. We know he was working at
Okay.
his own bar and grill.
I was dating somebody else at that point in time
Okay.
that was just constantly recommending the place where Lonnie was working.
Okay.
He was like, "Hey, you ever tried this place by your house, King's Bar and Grill?"
Yeah.
So after he told me a few times, I said, you know what? One day I'm gonna check it out. So I rode past and it looked like it was closed. So I knocked on the door. Nobody came to the door. I went to my car. Then somebody came to the door.
Mhm.
And the guy was like, "How can I help you? Can I take your order?" Lonnie wasn't there that day.
Okay.
At this point, I'm in my little phase where I'm trying to keep my diet strong.
Mhm.
I'm walking the river because I'm living downtown at the moment,
Mhm.
and so I'm trying to keep my figure. So I ordered the food for the kids, but it smells so good. We got home, I was like, I'm just gonna eat the last one. So once I ate, I said, oh, I'm going back tomorrow.
Yeah.
So the second day I went back, Lonnie was there.
Okay.
So I didn't know it was his place. I didn't know he owned it. It was just kind of like one of those things like how I met Jamie. There's like an instant chemistry.
Yeah.
And I think like that bounced to do you believe in love at first sight? I kind of feel like that's what it was. Like we didn't know how long or what was going to happen from that conversation. But it was so intense, so real, so genuine that from that day, I've been with Lonnie ever since.
Okay, that's beautiful. Trying to make me cry.
So for my husband and I was a junior at the University of Memphis, and I was working at two places. I was at the Peabody Hotel. I used to work weddings there and like the rooftop parties and things like that. And I also worked at Blue. It used to be Blue. It was a nightclub over on Hacks Cross. Now I believe it's a Mexican restaurant or something like that.
Okay.
Casa or something. But this particular day, I wasn't supposed to be at work. And it's just crazy how fate happens and how one small little change in your schedule could change the whole trajectory of your life. Because had I not met him, I probably wouldn't be sitting here
Yeah.
talking to you guys. I wouldn't have been in insurance for sure. But someone actually asked me to work for them.
Okay.
I had a paper due that night. College, you wait till the last minute, especially if it's online. I had a paper due. I wasn't supposed to go to work. I was at the Peabody. This particular guy called me and said, hey, can you work for me tonight? And I said, no, I can't do it. I got this paper due. He called me back again. I said, all right, I'll go in for you, but I can't stay long. I'll open up. Then when you get there, I'm going to have to leave.
Mm-hmm.
So I get there. I have to set everything up. And the first person in there was my husband.
Okay.
Now, my husband is from California.
Okay.
So this was literally his first 2 days in Tennessee, his first time ever coming to Tennessee.
Mhm.
So he went to get his hair cut, and he asked the barber, where can I go to have a good drink?
Mhm.
And the barber referred him to Blue at the
Okay.
time. So he came in, he came in the bar, and I'll never forget, this is when he used to drink Bombay Sapphire and orange juice. I gave him the drink. And just from that, we talked like that whole night. I ended up staying. I didn't even go home.
Wow.
So
You
at the
stayed
end
a
of the
long
night,
time too. You stayed
Right.
about 4 hours.
Yeah, stay about 4 hours.
Yeah.
But initially, I didn't want to wait on him. I had an attitude because I was trying to get my work done. I didn't
Yeah.
even want to talk to him initially.
Yeah.
But at the end of the night, he asked for my number. I didn't give him my number. I took his number.
Oh, okay. I remember that move.
Yeah. So I called him the next day, and kind of the rest is history. That was roughly 13, 14 years ago. And we were long distance for the first 4 or 5 years because he traveled. He was in town working with a newspaper company that I actually ended up working with and running here in Memphis, Tennessee with Commercial Appeal. But we were long distance for about 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
And then he, finally permanently moved to Memphis, and we got a home and got married probably about 2-3 years later.
Yeah.
And the rest is history.
Okay. Look, we gonna switch it up, man. Look, y'all know how we do it. Look, we get straight to it. Look, this is part of my show where I do my little bowl game.
Okay.
Now, I never did 2 people, so, this sounds crazy by me keep saying it. But I never had 2 guests on the show at the same time. So this is what I'm gonna do. I was gonna get like one of y'all to pull and both of y'all to address the same question. But it's 8 questions and I'm gonna get y'all to pull one apiece. So y'all it's the luck of the draw. I get you can go first, Jamie.
Okay.
No, you can't read you gotta wait for it to do hers.
Okay.
You
So
can
read it out
mic.
loud?
Yeah, read it to the mic, then you
Okay.
can answer.
Okay. $20,000 or go on a date with the movie star of your dreams. $20,000. This is like that question. Is it? Am I supposed to answer it?
Yeah, answer. Yeah.
I'll take the $20,000. The movie star of your dreams. I don't have a movie star.
You don't watch them? You not into movies?
I'm not a fanatic like that. But
you don't
I
have
would
no
definitely-
dream. Like, of course, everybody gonna say like a Denzel, like somebody you admire.
I really don't.
Not really.
Not as far as just we just going to eat.
Yeah.
Definitely just take the $20,000.
But you got to get more out there dinner if you're gonna go out to eat. You can't just go out to eat and be like, "It was nice to meet you." You got to
A married woman.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
$20,000.
Okay. Say no more.
$20,000.
All right. You can pull a tape.
Without saying the animal name, if you could be any animal, which animal would you be? You can only make the noise.
Let me turn your mic
I
on.
already know what she gonna do. I already know.
What? I'm
What-
not getting on her doing no
What's that?
barking.
All right.
Be reincarnated.
Okay.
I want to be a dog. What animal would you want? I already know what I would be.
What would you be?
I'd be like a tiger or something. Like I would have to
Yeah.
growl or something.
You would be a dog.
No, she would definitely want to be reincarnated as a dog.
She probably just be missing her little poo poo
I
at the
thought she was
house.
gonna do like a meow or something.
Yeah.
You think I'm gonna be a damn cat?
Hey.
That's an easy sound to make.
Yeah. All right, you can put the next one. We gonna do the whole bowl.
Gonna do the whole bowl.
Yep.
Okay. Have you ever been a side chick? If yes, is it better than being in a committed relationship? I've actually never been a side chick, not to my knowledge.
She
You
said
just
to my knowledge. Okay.
I've never
I
been a
was
side
one.
chick. Yeah, you
I
have
was
one.
I was
Okay.
one.
All
Are
right.
you gonna answer her too? Okay.
I was one with Lunny.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Cause
Okay.
well, I guess you were both ways because both of y'all was seeing somebody, right?
Well, mine wasn't a committed relationship. I was just dating around at the time, but Lunny was actually in a committed relationship.
Ah, okay.
But it was one of those things like I feel like people aren't meant for people sometimes. And I feel like it was one of those relationships where they was just drawing it out just for the sake of like nobody want to leave each other because that's all they know.
Yeah.
Honestly, like religiously wise,
But
I
they
do
weren't
have
married.
no, they were
Yeah,
married.
they were married.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
I have like a strong discernment when it comes to like adultery.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, it was one of those things like not like a man coming like I'm gonna leave my wife for you or something like that. It was just something I picked up on like when we would talk or when we would date. Mind you, I didn't know right off the bat. I kind of was in a car with him and we were riding to Sam's. And Lonnie was so charming that I don't even know if I was paying attention, but he said I didn't ask, so he didn't tell. So don't ask, don't tell.
Yeah.
But anyway, I seen a ring on his finger and I'm like, you married?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, oh, you never asked me. So at that point, I was already liking him. So I said, I'm just going to have to see how this play out. But I noticed that when he would spend time with me, she would never call.
Yeah.
Like, we talking about 1, 2 a.m. in the morning.
We
So I felt like it was just, a relationship that was drawn out. And he had to kind of like know for sure that the next person he dated was the right one.
Exactly.
But I answered that.
Okay, you can pull the next one.
All right, let's see what we got. Which do you prefer when it comes to men? Pretty boys or bad boys? I would say bad boys. I'm not a pretty boy fan.
Yeah.
You know, if you be too pretty for me, I instantly don't like you.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, everybody choose bad boy that picked it.
Good girls like bad boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty boys, you can't use more hair care products than me. Okay. Too much liquor makes me what? Want to go to sleep.
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I'm the exact same way.
Lonnie
I'm
think-
I don't understand how people.
Lonnie the same way.
No, Lonnie think liquor is supposed to make me freaky.
Nah.
Liquor make me so
Liquor will put me to
I'm
sleep
like,
so fast.
Yeah, me too. She be trying to get me to drink. I'm like, nah, like I'm gonna be knocked out.
yes, liquor make me different. I don't know if it's age. It used to have an adverse reaction younger, but older I'm getting
Yeah,
knock me straight out.
yeah. Okay. All
Snoring. Like,
right, let's go to the last one. You got the last
got the
one. What
last
is it?
one.
we getting old.
Let's see. My ex gave me the best nothing.
Yeah. It don't have to be sexual. A lot of people go straight there.
Nah, I didn't go sexual. Gave me the best nothing.
Okay.
He didn't give me nothing. You know, didn't
Child.
gain nothing.
Yeah.
You got your child, your kids.
Exactly.
That's not it.
Well, I just thought about that. Yeah, your kids.
But he want my ex. It's supposed to be the ex is the last person.
No. In the ex, just
In
your
the
ex. Yeah. Yeah, it could be
Well, yeah, I
advice.
would
You know, anything.
No. Just gave me the motivation to find me somebody else.
Okay. Yeah, that's something good.
Know what you don't want in the next relationship.
Yeah. I want to talk more about y'all podcast, which is one of the main reasons y'all here. You know, y'all look nice. You know, y'all get your makeup done. But what is it that people will expect? Like, would this be more of a like professional type of? Would this be like a girl drama? Not drama, but like
It'll be more like a hot topic. It's like
hot
what's
topic, that's what I
relevant to
meant,
today. Like I said, a lot of people can relate to fashion, family, friends,
Yep.
finances, like finances in relationships, finances just on your own. Like a lot of people look good on the outside.
Yeah.
A lot of people can dress up real nice, but do you really got your bag really secured?
Yeah.
So I think that's more of the thing like we want to bring to the table that you can look good, but you ain't got to fake it to look good. Like you can look good inside and out.
Exactly.
So we'll be having guest speakers as well, just touching on different topics, especially when it comes to faith. You know, having our pastors on the call when it comes to fashion. You know, highlighting different boutiques around the city. That's another thing that we want to do, especially when it comes to food. Highlighting new up and coming restaurants that are open, doing like reviews and things like that. So that's what it's about. No drama.
Yeah.
It'll definitely be professional. We're definitely gonna have fun. We like to have fun. You know, we laugh, we have camaraderie, and definitely the people that we have on the show will have that same camaraderie.
Same energy, matching energy.
You know, the hardest part about starting up a business, anything you do in life, is standing out. Because everything you do is competition. It's thousands of podcasts, thousands of wine corporations, thousands of, different brands, whatever. Like, what is it about y'all podcast it's gonna make y'all stand out? What's gonna be different about y'all that's gonna make people want to tune in to y'all podcast and watch y'all?
We're definitely going to add, value.
Yeah.
There's a lot of value missing, and especially of a lot of the broadcasts that are going on in today's time. That's why a lot of people are starting podcasts, because they want to channel that energy into something that they feel people want to hear.
Yeah.
So we're definitely going to bring value to people when it comes to their life, when it comes to, again, different finance topics, fashion topics, where they can find different things, where they can go hang out and have a good time. So we'll definitely be adding value.
Yeah. Have either one of y'all ever thought about writing a book?
Well, I wrote actually.
Okay, all right, here we go.
Didn't I tell you this?
He's been doing too much research.
I mean, because at this point it gets
It's
a
a
little
coincidence.
creepy,
Yeah.
but
But go ahead.
I want to say about 6 years ago, I started on the book, and I think I'm like 17 chapters. Then I quit. And I don't know if it was just that I needed to go through some more life things to add to the book. I didn't want the book to be just so tied up in the beginning of my life.
That's a lot of chapters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
17
chapters.
That's a lot. That could have been the full book.
17
17 chapters.
Oh.
In my phone. Well, she got my phone over there, but 17 chapters. And honestly, I'm glad that I didn't finish writing it then.
Wow.
Because I got so much
more
more
to add
value
to
to
it.
add to it
Yeah.
now. So, yes, I've thought about writing a book.
I thought about a magazine. But not a book quite yet. Maybe I'll do a memoir in about 20 years.
Okay. Look, I appreciate y'all coming on my show, man.
We appreciate you having us, Milton,
Yeah.
on such short notice.
Yeah, short preparation. So, but we gonna make it work for sure. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, so y'all gonna have to spin a block. What's the name of y'all podcast again?
F That Podcast coming soon.
What the F stand for?
family, friends, finance, future, whatever you want the F to be, you get an F about.
Say no more. Okay, I like that.
So go ahead, subscribe, like, hit that button
Yep.
to straight to it
Yeah.
podcast,
Yeah.
because we got straight to it. He knew more about me than I knew about myself.
Definitely did his homework.
Y'all already get y'all channel. Y'all, it's to where they can go.
We need your help.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, we gonna definitely get this. You know, I like, you know, helping other people build. You know,
And that's the thing. Before we end this show, if you need help, ask for help.
Yeah.
You know, and don't go to, if you need your car fixed, don't go to a clothing boutique asking how to get your car fixed. It just don't line up. So
Yeah.
if you need some help, get with the people that he learning, but I'm sure we can learn a lot from him. And it might be things that we learned that we can share with him in the future. But we really, really appreciate you at a short notice having us on the show.
Yeah, no problem. Look, before we get out of here, look, I want to kind of get y'all. Perspective on something.
Okay.
And hit us with a wild one.
Nah, ain't nothing crazy. I'm just looking at your this your daughter?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just looking at you, so it just made me think of something.
Okay.
What age for daughters specifically, not sons, but daughters? What age for daughters? Trying to see how to word this question. Basically, for y'all to stay out their business, stay out their phone, stay out their social media.
I don't think
There's no age.
I don't
Listen.
think with I mean, like I even told my child,
Yeah.
the standard age I guess a parent expect for their child to be at the house is like between 18 and 24. I guess it's college years.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually want my daughter to stay until I feel like a man knocks at my door and feel like they can take care of my child.
Okay.
Stay at home with me, get your finances together. By the time you leave my house, have $100K in savings,
Yep.
whatever degree you want, whatever business you decide to start. It's no rush.
Yep.
So as long as you in my roof, I'm gonna be nosy.
Yeah.
So let me make sure I understand what you're asking. You're asking as far as going through their phones and, you know, giving them a little more freedom when they're in your home, or them leaving your home, like leaving the nest.
Basically,
Just-
privacy. You know,
Yeah.
You know, at a certain age, 13, 12, 13, you know, you can just pick up their phone without
Go
question.
through it, yeah.
But what age is to where it's like,
So I really don't feel like
Respect their
there's an
privacy.
age, and I kind of think about myself when I was a teenager. You know, a lot of us, we don't have that trust, but for myself, my mom didn't micromanage me. Like she didn't go through things. She didn't ask me a lot of questions, but I was also a responsible kid too. So I didn't give her a reason to feel like she needed to do those things. I mean, when you have a child, you feel like you need to do those things, then hey, so be it. But my kids, I let them know, hey, let's keep that open line of communication and trust. If I feel like I can't trust you, now I have to probe.
yeah.
But I'm thankful. I'm like, you know, you hear a lot of stories about kids out here that are getting in trouble, that are sneaking out of the house, that are doing this, doing that. I'm thankful that I have teenagers that we have an open line of communication. They're letting me know what's going on. They get good grades. They come home. They don't get in trouble.
Yeah.
They do what they're supposed to do. We have a 4-year-old. They help with him. So I'm thankful for them. So they don't give me any reason to feel like I need to go through their phone or do anything. Until then, we're good to go.
You have 3 kids, right?
Yes.
You and your husband, your kids.
So we're
like-
blended. So
Y'all
my daughter,
blended.
so my daughter's from my husband's previous relationship, then my oldest son previous relationship, then we have the 4-year-old together.
Okay, so I feel like when I was 15, 16, I know for a fact when I was 15, I had a job at McDonald's. And I believe when I had that job, I would run into so many different people that I actually was able to have like a 27-year-old boyfriend being 15-year-old. And I don't think my mama, well, at the time, you know, phones, I had a cell phone. I know I had a cell phone.
Yeah.
Would it changed anything? I don't know, because you're still gonna sneak and do what you want to do
Right.
anyway. But I just felt like my mama kind of left it to where I had so much time.
Gave you too much freedom, is
Dude.
what you said.
Yeah.
Shit. You had too much freedom.
I did.
Nah, they don't have freedom like that now. They
Nah.
have every night.
But what was you asking?
Now, I was gonna say, what
That's
are
like
y'all
a
views
stepfather.
on stepfathers and as far as when it comes to discipline, not physically, not whoopings, but discipline as far as punishment, taking the phone, go to your room.
I don't look at it's either you're a father or you're not a father. We don't look at step in my house. But I also know that my daughter knows that my husband isn't her father, which kind of make a clash of things.
Yeah.
But the father to me is the one that provides and supports you.
Mm-hmm.
So if he's in his house, he's providing for you, he's protecting you, he's doing things that a father should, then I have no limits as long as you're not physically abusive.
Yeah.
But I try to like hold. It hurts my feelings sometimes because it's just like you got this weird feeling about somebody else disciplining your child, but it's very much needed, and I know that she needs it, so I try to just kind of relax on it.
Yeah.
You went on me.
Oh yeah.
Just everything she said, you know, just having that boundaries that they know you have to stay within. As long as, hey, I feel like you're disciplined the way it should be, and it's not, you know, vindictive of anything. I have absolutely no problem. It should be.
What do you mean as it should be? Because we got guidelines on it.
Yeah.
I mean,
don't hit the child more than 10 times.
Yeah, no, as long as it's not obsessive. Like, it can't be overly. Like, at some point, you would have to step in because you even as a mother, father or not, whether it's the father or the it doesn't matter. You still would feel some type of way if you feel like that's the mother's job to step in.
They can lose a little control in the area because a lot of times men don't say nothing until it's too late.
And it's piled up. They let a lot of stuff build up.
It's very aggressive at that time. Normally, you hear me and my daughter back and forth all day, every day. But my husband typically won't say anything, so he'll say it after he feel like she's got too out of control, and at that point, it's a lot built up.
Yeah. Well, I'm the wife, the mom, the dad. The father.
We know.
I'm everything and above. But I have a brother that lives in Vegas, and we have these conversations all the time about stepfathers, and he has a different view on it. It's understanding because of how he grew up. He holds resentment towards
his stepdad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because he was disciplined by him. Yeah. And I'm not sure if it was physical or just verbal, but when I tell him things as far as what I do, like she gets suspended, so I took her phone for a week. Like, man, that's not your place to do that. And I'm like, so what would you do? Like, I let her do what she do. Like, if she want to fail, she want to skip school, suspension, get kicked out, whatever. That ain't my place to say nothing. Like, that's not my child. Like,
that's what it is. And whatever you and Tyisha come to agreements with is what it is. This is your household.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah.
I feel like views and perspective is how you brought up in life. So, like you said, if he was brought up in, he felt like his stepfather was overly abusive, whether it was physical or mental, then of course he gonna feel like this towards stepfathers. Exactly. Like, you're not supposed to say anything. But I did have an issue when I was with my mom. She had a boyfriend at the time that literally, I remember this like yesterday, he took a belt and it was the belt buckle part. Yeah. And my brother still got the mark on his back.
Wow.
So that does scar you in a way, but me and my husband, we kind of like, I had some issues with his son, and I try to talk to him about it, let you handle your son. But at the same time, if I feel like it's a need for me to say something, I'm going to say something. And if it even resort to me have to spank you or whoop you, because, I'm taking care of you just like any parent would.
Yeah. I've never had to whoop Kayla. No. I just don't. I don't really whoop anyway. But, I have a different way of discipline, like I said. But for you, let me ask you this question. Your brother, is he a step parent?
He's not.
He's not a step parent. So when it comes to taking advice from anyone on any topic, I'm looking at how their life is in that area. Yep. And I recommend that for anybody. Yep. Someone can't advise you about finances if they're always in debt. Somebody can advise you about being a parent if they've never been a parent or a step parent. I'm not saying it's not a parent. Someone can advise you about anything. Never take advice from anyone.
They can have an opinion,
that area.
But advice is a little
I'm not
strong.
taking advice. You can have an opinion, but I'm not listening to you.
That's what I said.
You're not wanted in that area to give me any advice on.
You don't have no
any advice you take from anybody. You need to look at how they are in that area. If they've been through a lot of relationships, a lot of spouses, do not take advice
from a woman's standpoint. I think we don't understand in the Black community how essential Black fathers are. Like, they need to be in the household, whether it's whether it's whatever the father figure is to their child, and you don't let up, because the moment you let up, it's so much more going on in the world with social media, with they becoming more sexually active at a young age, and less educated on STDs and things of that nature. Kids need that. No matter how touchy of a topic it is, like I said, when you cross the line from you discipline a child and then you become overly discipline and all that. So you know when it's the line being
Mine, you have to straddle. You can do too much and you cannot do enough. Like that's that juggling with being a parent. You just
you'll never want to regret that.
Yeah. And you mentioned them becoming sexually active at a young age. How would y'all deal with a situation like that with a young lady? Like, because you can't keep them from
you can't keep them from doing it. I mean, I think if you notice, which you probably would notice, certain signs that they have became sexually active at this point, it's just a lot of education.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if this is the guy that you're gonna be doing it with, then y'all probably need to go get tested every couple of weeks.
So your daughter, I'm not sure how old your daughter is.
She's 11.
Okay, so let's just say hypothetically, your daughter, she's 14.
Mm-hmm.
She tell you she got a boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
She tell you that. Well, she don't tell you, but you find out she's sexually active.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't want to, keep her in the house, not literally locking the room, but you can't go to no party, you can't do this, you can't do that because I don't trust you.
You in fear of that's what they're gonna do.
But it can affect your relationship. So how would you deal with something like that when it comes to, giving them their freedom, but also monitoring what you allow the boyfriend,
No.
But
That's
she's
just
sneaking
like,
to film.
I mean,
so
my
that's
first
just like
thought, if she tell me she's sexually active, birth control is automatically the first. And then, talking about the contraceptives,
But she's skipping school, she's sneaking out the house to go see this little boy. And it's always, you always kind of dealing with something. How would y'all monitor that?
I mean, at that point, like we were speaking to somebody earlier, that she was calling about life insurance, but she was letting us know that she wants the policy to be active because she's so afraid that her son has gotten into so much at this point and it's scaring her. So same thing is like, at that point, all I could tell her, is to give it over to God. You got to pray about it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. It's like we just got to keep praying for them, keep letting them know that we don't stand with them on what they doing. I'm totally against it, but I know that you're going to keep trying to do it. And, it's
so
really
how would you monitor the situation?
You
can't.
Thing.
You can't, Milton. There's no monitoring. You have to go back.
You don't think allowing the boyfriend and meeting him and meeting the parent?
Yeah, of course you want to do that.
Yeah, I'm talking. But at that age, you don't want them really dating. Especially if they sexually active. At 14, would you still do that? Would you still meet the boy and meet the parent? Like, how would you deal with it?
Yeah, you want to meet the parents, but it's not y'all just gonna be over here. He gonna be at the house when I'm not here and all that. It's not that free, but it's like, what can you do? You have to think back to when you were a teenager. What stopped you from doing what you were doing? Nothing stopped you.
Exactly.
Kids, you're gonna do it regardless.
Exactly.
But I just want you to have an open line of communication with me.
Yep.
Right? Let's talk about it. That's something I feel like I didn't have. Like, let's have a conversation about what you're doing. If something happened, you feel some type of way, let's go get it checked out.
Yeah.
Right? Let's go. But that's all you can do. And my take on parenting is, hey, I know I'm providing the best opportunities for my kids. I'm giving you what you need. You're doing whatever you want to do. You're doing good in school. You get to do whatever activities you want to do. So if you grow up and you go out here into life and you go down a path that you shouldn't be going down, I'm not going to feel guilty as a parent.
Okay.
Sometimes I feel like parents can do too much too.
Yeah.
Like, as a 15-year-old, I remember having a boyfriend, but I was scared to be sexually active. So, and that probably be a part of my life where I was touched on as a child, so I wasn't so loose with wanting to have sex. But my mom, as soon as she knew that I was talking to this little boy, she hurried up and put me on birth control, which you, in my head, is like you kind of like setting this standard where I can do it. Like, I feel like, listen to your kids. Like, even in the 4th and 5th grade, my kids be telling me some stuff that'll blow your mind. Lesbians, they know about the whole 9 yards. Sex toys, they already know about it. Like I said, it's TikTok, it's this, it's that. I just feel like, listen to your child. And if that's what they doing, as a parent, like I said, parents can't stop nothing. Exactly. All we can do is kind of guide, protect, pray
about it.
All those things, and try to give them the education that they need about it.
Exactly. Okay.
And keep the judgment out of it.
Yeah.
The judgment definitely has to stay out of it, because if they feel like they're being judged or shut down, they're never going to come to you.
Well, once again, I appreciate y'all coming on the show, sitting down, chopping up with me. Let me get all up in y'all business. Look, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, hit that like button. Hit that notification bell. That way, ain't no way you'll know when I drop a video. Look, y'all make sure y'all shout out your social medias for y'all go.
Okay, on Facebook, I am Michelle. On TikTok, I'm Michelle the Text Preparer. And on Instagram, I'm Michelle the Text Preparer.
So on Facebook, I'm Jamie Musgrove. And on Instagram, I'm Jamie_E.m.m.
All right. Well, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel or hit that notification bell. Otherwise, ain't no way you gonna know when I drop a video. Look, we gonna get out here. We gonna get straight to it.
All right.
Thank you.
So you have to
Yeah.
call me at 901-450-9191. Like 911 if you need your taxes done like yesterday, because the deadline is April 15th. So if you're still in need of getting your tax return done, I won't be able to do it, but I can refer you to someone else in my office that'll take care of you.
Yeah. That sounds like a voicemail.